Ciao a tutti e bentornati. All right, today we're diving into something I think you'll find really interesting. A new AI assistant that's trying to tackle one of the biggest headaches in tech right now, privacy. It's called Lumo, and it claims to be built from the ground up with your protection in mind. So let's see if it holds up.
You know that feeling, right? You're using an amazing tool like ChatGPT or Gemini. It's helping you get stuff done, but there's that little voice in the back of your head going, who else is seeing this? Where's my data actually ending up? It's the classic dilemma of this whole AI boom.
And that leads us right into our first section, the AI privacy dilemma, or as I like to call it, the hidden cost of free AI. Because let's be real, that incredible power these models have comes from somewhere. They get better by analyzing tons of conversations, and yep, that includes yours. So, what's the real price we're paying? Just think about it for a second. With the big players, even if you go through the settings and opt out of letting them train on your data, your chats are often still saved for 30 days, sometimes more. That means for a whole month, your private thoughts, your company's secrets, whatever it is, it's just sitting on some server. It really makes you wonder who could be looking at it.
So, is there a different way to do this? Well, that brings us to Section 2, Lumo, a new challenger. And the really interesting part? This isn't from some random startup. It's from Proton. You know, the Swiss company that over 100 million people already trust with their email, their VPN, and their cloud files.
This quote from Proton's founder, it says it all, doesn't it? This isn't just some clever marketing line. It's their entire mission. It's a direct shot at the way big tech operates, basically drawing a line in the sand and saying, we believe AI should work for you, not watch you.
And here's Lumo's other superpower, where it lives. It's a totally European service. Its data centers are in Switzerland and Germany, which means your data is protected by some of the toughest privacy laws on the planet, like GDPR. And, crucially, it keeps your data far away from international intelligence sharing groups like the 14 Eyes. That's a huge deal.
So how do they actually make this happen? Let's peel back the layers and get into the specifics. Section 3, Your Data Swiss Fortress. Let's look at how Lumo actually builds that guarantee.
Lumo's security is like a three-layer cake. First, you've got that European jurisdiction we just talked about. Second, they use something called zero-access encryption, which means your chats are scrambled in a way that even people at Proton can't read them. And third, they have this awesome ghost mode. You can have a super sensitive conversation, and the second you close that window, poof, it's gone, like it never even happened.
And you know, when we say fortress, we mean it. Literally. To keep everything secure, Proton actually uses former military bunkers for their data centers. Get this, one of them is buried under 1,000 meters of solid granite rock. Wow, now that is a serious commitment to keeping your data safe.
And here's the kicker. Lumo isn't just a chatbot floating out there on its own. It's designed to be the smart center of Proton's whole privacy ecosystem. Just imagine it working with your encrypted email, your secure drive, your private calendar, all of it seamlessly connected under that same Swiss privacy shield. That's a real game changer.
Okay, so we've established it's private, like really private. But how does it actually perform against the giants like ChatGPT and Gemini? Let's jump into Section 4, Lumo versus the giants. This is where you see it's a clear choice between features and privacy. So this table pretty much lays it all out. When it comes to pure data privacy, Lumo is in a league of its own. Your data is never saved, never used for training, period. But, and this is the big but, that laser focus on privacy means you have to give some things up. You won't be generating images or using those super advanced voice modes. It's a straight-up trade. Maximum privacy for fewer multimedia toys.
And it's so important to get this. The features Lumo doesn't have, that's not a mistake. It's not a bug. It is a conscious, deliberate choice. To guarantee that absolute privacy, Proton decided to skip any feature that might even potentially create a security risk. That's the price of true privacy, and for a lot of people, that's a price they are more than happy to pay. And speaking of price, Lumo scores another big point here. Their premium tier, Lumo Plus, is about half the price of its main rivals. So you're not just getting way better privacy, you're getting it for a lot less money. That's a pretty powerful 1-2 punch.
So let's zoom out for our last section and think about the big picture. Section 5, Choosing Your AI Future.
Because honestly, the tools we decide to use today are absolutely going to define the kind of tech we all have to live with tomorrow.
And if you've been feeling this privacy anxiety, well, you are in very good company. Look at that number. 73% of people are worried about AI privacy. This is not some small niche group of techies. This is a massive, mainstream feeling. And it shows there's a huge hunger for an alternative. And that's exactly why your choice matters so much. By supporting a service like Lumo, you're not just picking a chatbot. You're casting a vote. You're using your wallet to support a different vision for the future of AI, one that's built to be more ethical, more transparent, and to actually serve you, the user, instead of the other way around.
And so, we're left with the one big question that Lumo really forces us to ask ourselves. Is total, unshakable privacy worth giving up a few of those flashy, advanced features? Is that guarantee that your words are yours and yours alone worth more than the bells and whistles? If you're a professional, a journalist, or really anyone handling sensitive information, I think the answer might be a very loud yes. Nella speranza che l'argomento vi sia piaciuto. Grazie per l'attenzione e alla prossima.